Hi, good morning. My name is BatSheva, and I am trying something new. So, welcome. Right now it's 5:40 a.m. in Beverly Hills, California. I was hoping to start this at 5:30. So, anyway, I made it. I've got my coffee. That's why I started 10 minutes late. I decided to make sure I had my coffee before I began. So I'm doing something a little different here. Many of you may have seen my husband, Aharon, in some of his how-to videos. He likes coffee very much. And this whole place, it's an expression of his love of coffee. The roastery in the back, the beans we roast, the environment. His paradigm when he was thinking about the coffee shop and the coffee roastery and the coffee company, the joy of coffee, that's the foundation. And we're married, and I have been on this journey with him from the beginning. And I always thought I wanted to do a video, like a weekly video, to give my perspective and share a little bit about our journey and other people's journey who we've connected with through Aharon Coffee and beyond. And I realized that with full business hours all day long, usually from 6 a.m. on, and then we have kids. We have 4 kids, so the minute we're done here, we have to go home and be somewhat available for them. I didn't have time to do this, so we've been 5 years. Here's to 5 years. I can't drink it yet. It's so hot. I'm waiting. It's Nicaragua. It smells so good. Oh my God. If you haven't tried our Nicaragua, it's bold, but it's maybe not quite as rich and bold as, let's say, the Mojito blend that we do, or even the AM, but it still has a nice, bold body, and it's got a note of cinnamon, which I really appreciate, because I think it's the only coffee that we have with that note at the moment. It's a little bit nutty, but I want to really drink it, but it's so hot I don't want to burn my tongue. So until I'm able to drink it, I'm going to hold off. This is our new cup, by the way. 5 years in the making. The joy of coffee, Aharon Coffee. Aharon. It has a lid, and I'm not putting that lid on until it cools a little bit. So in the meantime, a little bit more about myself. So I've wanted to share like a weekly video vlog. Oh my God, people are watching. Okay, wave. Hi. I feel like everyone watching now, they're either not in America, and that's why you're awake right now, or maybe you're a mom with a baby, and that's why you're up, or maybe you're my mom watching your baby. If she can figure out how to get on Instagram Live. Possibly not, but this will be posted all day, so you'll all have possibly be watching later. But meanwhile, my social media ability and just technical ability to like literally put a video by myself without someone else holding it. I have to wear glasses to see what's going on. It's like on the list of things that I'm really good at, it didn't even make the list. It's like when I'm awake at night trying to go to sleep and think, what did I forget on that list? That would be one of those things that didn't even make it on the list. So 5 years later, we're celebrating 5 years of Aharon this year, as of October, so I guess we'll finish this month out, and then we'll probably just start on our 6th year and call it a day. But I have another couple days to celebrate 5 years. And what I'm interested in, it's people. That's my passion. So my husband's passion is coffee, and I would say food in general. He has a gift when it comes to anything culinary related. as all of you know who've ever had one bite of anything here at the coffee shop or in our home, it's really awesome because since I'm the woman, people like to come up to me here at the cafe and they say, oh, so you're making all baked goods. And I'm like, no. I'm eating all baked goods. My husband's making the baked goods, or we have wonderful chef who we hire as well to help us to develop the recipes. But bottom line, my husband's the one with the gift, and I'm the one who enjoys to eat and drink the gifts, as probably most of you. So my gift, meanwhile, we all have many gifts, but my gift has to do, hi, Lauren, I'm gonna wave to you. Hi, Dina. You guys are awake, I love it. All right, so for people who are just tuning in, this is my very first vlog. That's the first time I've ever said that word out loud because I don't like the way it sounds. Just like a weekly welcome. Oh, I need a title, by the way. Can all of you please like comment and help me figure out what this is going to be called? I thought coffee connection, morning connection, wake up and smell the coffee, connect over coffee. This is the thing. The theme, it's community, connection. I love stories of growth and transformation as it relates to coffee. Doesn't have to relate to coffee, by the way. We can just drink coffee and talk about stories of growth and transformation. Oh my God, it's ready. Excuse me. This is the Nicaragua. Oh, that's it. That's the spot. So maybe just like join me for a morning coffee. I don't know, I need a name and I need some help. And I didn't tell anyone that I was going to do this ahead of time. We didn't like market it or broadcast it, or because first of all, I wasn't sure I would really make it here. I really wanted to make it here, but I wasn't 100% sure I could get my butt out of bed and get here and start at 5:30, which by the way I didn't. I started at 5:40, so it's a good thing I didn't tell anyone to tune in at 5:30 because they would have been waiting for 10 minutes for me. Sorry about that. And secondly, I want to work out a few of the details, like what are we going to call this, before I start to really give people a heads up that I'm doing it every week. So help me out, need your help, put it in the comments or message me some ideas. And again, the theme, it's connecting, bridging, bringing people together. Hey, okay. Our chef comes so early, it's not even 6 yet, he's here, it's amazing. I'm gonna introduce you to him, as Mr. Maine, he's awesome. Hi, I'm doing a morning live video blog.
Oh, you do?
Do you wanna come say hi?
Okay.
Come. So he's like, you do? This is the first time I've done.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, this is Jermaine, so let him because he has a lot of things to do, and if you want to try what he's doing later, so yummy. We're having like, he just developed for us a new chia parfait, which is basically our newest popular item. I never actually even knew I liked chia. I never tried it before he made it for us. A little background, my husband and I are now plant-based, which is a very cool way of saying vegan. Our cafe is not vegan. We have milk, organic milk. We have some croissants, which are made with butter. But kind of besides the milk and the butter, we're mostly vegan and mostly gluten-free. So I think in another day, I'm going to share about my own transformation as far as like my eating, because I can tell you in 10 million years, not only did I never think I'd be vegan, I knew I would not be vegan. I knew. I feel like I'm telling the story now. All right, one more sip of the Nicaragua and we'll go. I was thinking I was talking about something else today, but oh well. So regarding my vegan journey, once again, it's thanks to Aharon, my husband. It's his fault. But I feel really good physically, so I'm just going to say it's thanks to him. I'm not going to say it's his fault. So I am blood type O, which, like the blood type book, who knows if it's like real science or not real science. I've heard both. But when I read the book like 15 years ago, I was like, ooh, I'm supposed to be eating meat all the time and chicken. I'm a vegetarian. All I have is dairy and vegetables all day long and pasta. So I started eating red meat because I was convinced by the book, and I also was like not feeling amazing. So I thought maybe it'll help, and I felt great eating red meat. I felt much better. And I went to like a couple different Chinese doctors. LA is like very big on the Chinese doctor thing. So I went to a few recommended doctors after I had my first child. I was like not feeling good, not recovering, and one of them was like, he's like, show me your tongue, let me feel your ear. You should be having red meat. And I'm like, no, I'm having like once a week. I'm making sure. He's like, every meal. I'm like, what? I'm kosher. What am I supposed to have? Bacon? I can't. But he was like, yes, you need to watch. Hi, I'm gonna wave to somebody who just joined. So he was like, yeah, this doctor said you have to have red meat morning, noon, and night. And I was like, let's do this, because I wasn't feeling good. I had no energy. I was like, whatever it takes, I'm game. But actually, I really couldn't do it. I could not bear, because I was a vegetarian before that for 10 years. So to do meat every meal was like, I couldn't. And I did the whole chicken thing, wasn't into it. I love that someone's like, you're so early. That's another story. Why I'm here so early, we're not even open yet. It's just the only time I could find to do this blog that I've been wanting to do for so long. Sorry, vlog, a word I don't like. And for those of you who came in late, I'm BatSheva, Aharon's wife. Cheers. I'm drinking Nicaragua that Aharon roasted recently, and that's people, excuse me. So back to the story about how I became plant-based. So yeah, that was my story. I was full on red meat, 24/7. Not really 24/7, but that's what was my goal. I was like, that's good for me. I feel good with that. Except I didn't feel good with that because I didn't like it that much. It kind of grossed me out, the idea of eating animals, blah, blah, blah. But I talked myself out of it. I'm like, whatever, I'm a carnivore. I gotta just like, I didn't like to cook it at all or handle it or touch it. But I was like, going the distance for my health. Cut to like many, many, many years later, 4 kids later, a cafe later, which we had been open almost 5 years this summer. And Aharon, my husband, he was like always really interested in plant-based recipes, plant-based. Hi, thank you for joining. Aharon was like super interested in plant-based food. And so he was like always like bringing in chefs who come from that world and developing recipes. We've had, for those of you who are local, you've probably tried our vegan kale Caesar salad, our vegan kelp noodles, all of our vegan amazing baked goods. They're delicious. People are like, this cannot be vegan and gluten-free because they're so yummy. So he was already feeling like that was the right diet for him, but it wasn't until the summer that we saw this documentary called Forks Over Knives, on how healthy the vegan diet is for you, and it was all these studies. It was very inspiring. It wasn't like a bummer, like animals are dying. That I can't watch those. Too sad. Okay, time for my lid. I need for my coffee to stay exactly this temperature. Cheers. So good. For those of you who just tuned in, I'm drinking the Nicaragua coffee that we roast here, but back to the point. So anyway, I was like, you know what, I feel like this is going to be really good for my husband, and I need to support him because he's never found a diet that he feels good with. His cholesterol is a little high, and he has like in his family heart issues, and I just thought this is going to be the right diet for him, so I'll like bite the bullet and sacrifice and do the diet with him for him. I didn't want to. I was like, red meat all the way, man. But I thought, I'll do it. And I told him, I said, I'll do it for 3 months. And he was like, no, you have to do it for 6 months minimum to see if it's really gonna. I'm such a sucker. I was like, really? 6 months? Okay. So then I committed to doing 6 months with him. And then I mentioned we have like 4 kids. So 3 of them were at camp, summer camp, sleepaway camp, and when they come back, he's like, surprise kids, we're vegan, and you are too now when you're at home. And I was like, they are? I didn't even know we were going to throw that at them. But it made sense because we have to like otherwise it's going to be just too hard to stay vegan. He and I, we were going to eat whatever we were making for them. And we let them eat non-vegan out of the house, so like don't think we're trying to like control their lives completely. But yes, in the house we're only vegan. And I forgot to mention oil-free, which is really like the craziest aspect of this diet. Not just plant-based, but we don't cook with oil. We just use water or whatever. And it turns out, by the way, like 90% of the recipes that we would like, the more oil the better. They're the same exact deliciousness with no oil. So that was like shocking. And anyway, like in the beginning I was detoxing a lot. I had all these like weird symptoms. And I kind of knew that that's what it was. So I was like not panicking. I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna just keep going with this. I've got my 6 months and then I'll be back on the, whatever I need for my body. Because I believe like people need to do what's right for them. Period, end of story. I don't think anyone should be like, I'm plant-based, so you must be plant-based. It's like, hello, if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. Meanwhile, I was like, that's not going to work for me most likely, but I'll just try it and we'll see how it goes. And long story short, I started to feel like amazing and better and better and better. And I enjoyed cooking for the first time. That was the real game changer for me, which is the name of another documentary we saw recently, which just continued to help me feel good about this diet, because it showed like all these like super buff people winning like every athletic award thanks to their plant-based diet. I want to do a documentary like that starring all of my clients. They're like winning every contract and they're like getting married to their soulmate after they have Aharon Coffee. Because I'm not kidding you, it happens. Like people come here and they come back like I was here before my interview when I got the job, or like I signed the deal, or I met my soulmate. So magic is real, folks. If you're local, you need to get over here. And I think if anyone besides me will dare to, and Jermaine will dare to get up this early and meet me here, I'm gonna start interviewing people. Yay! Like you, Catherine, Kay, you know who you are. One of our clients who, she couldn't drink coffee for, I don't know, like 10, 20 years because it gave her acid reflux and the jitters, and she just like really, like many people, had not a great reaction to coffee. But our coffee, because of the way we roast it, I'm foreshadowing for like a future episode, because I can't get to it today, it's too much. There's something very special about the way Aharon roasts and our coffee. And Catherine is one of many, many of our customers who, she can have our coffee, nobody else's coffee, but with our coffee she feels amazing and it's healthy. So foreshadowing, that's what I'm doing for future episodes. So yeah, finally, so back to the end of this long and drawn out story. Here we are in December. It's been exactly 6 months. I started it in the summer, and there's no cream in my coffee. That was like maybe the hardest thing I had to do, was take out the cream in the coffee. Foreshadowing of another episode. Drinking it black, which is like crazy. I kind of want to show all of you like what it looks like right now in Beverly Hills. It's still super dark. Oh, the joy of coffee. That's a cool like image to start with. Can I put this back where it was? I'm so not talented at this whole situation. But I just like, it's so amazing that I'm here and I made it. Yay! And you made it with me. And if not, like you're watching later, I appreciate it. Thank you. So now my angle's all crazy. I don't know how to fix this. So I'll just switch to TikTok. So yeah, I wake up, another thing I never thought in my life I would do would be waking up early. I feel like this is just a lot of talking for this morning. I'm gonna wrap it up shortly, but I just like, suffice it to say for now, that I was like that girl who never woke up early unless my life literally depended on it. I just didn't. All my college courses I scheduled later in the day so I could sleep in. You know, cut to being a mom, like you have no choice. And then you're just like, what? Every mom in the world isn't sleeping for the first year of their life, and it just blows your mind. Cheers to the mamas, you know what I'm talking about. And so that was like my, like, wait a minute, you can survive and wake up at 5 in the morning? Like, huh, you know, and then like a few years later, after the babies, trying to to get my life in order and my health in order and doing yoga and not having time to do yoga with all those babies. Watching video, and I remember like there was a video I watched where the woman, the very famous guru, sort of workout guru, was like, let the kids crawl around while you're doing the video. And I'm like, what? Like, what kids do you have? Like, my kids will be like on me, over me, crying, wanting my attention. Like, there's no chance. So again, really long story short, I had to either not work out or wake up even earlier, like in the 4-ish to early 5 range, in order to do yoga at home, in order to be able to like be a nice person and a human, and like, you know, take care of my kids and then come to work, etc. So that was why I challenged myself to do the same for this vlog, because I've been wanting to do this for literally 5 years. I've been wanting to do like a weekly. The truth is, until this morning, I was thinking I'll do it twice a week, but it was so hard to wake up at 4:20 this morning. I've already cut it down to once a week. I'm like, I think once a week is plenty. But I'm not going to limit. Maybe it's going to be twice a week because I'm having a lot of fun. Maybe I'm the only one having fun, but I'm like super having fun. I hope you'll join me. Those of you who are awake anyway, or you're in another part of the world, like, what else do you got going on? Like, you know, join me. Got a little alert up there. And those of you who like slept in like pretty much a normal person, just watch later in the day when you're bored, and please give me feedback. What I'd like to know is what I should call this effort. Other feedback, like, is this frame really weird? Like, should I frame it differently? I think I need to start it differently. Should I like have my topics set out clearly so you know what you're in for? Are you like, I didn't know she's going to talk about being a vegan. I maybe wouldn't have stayed tuned in, but in that case, maybe it was better I didn't tell you. Okay, she stuck with me. Evil plan worked. Or like, oh, topics. I mean, my husband's the one he's like the one that does the videos about how to make the coffee, like pour overs and all those. I'm gonna have him on as a guest. And I'll maybe do one of those too, because sometimes he's hard to understand. We had feedback the other day from a customer. He's like, I watched your whole video, it was amazing. Yeah, it's crazy how you talked about how like K-cups are like a 30-minute brew time, and I was like, you mean 13? Because they misunderstood his English. We need like Google Translate for his accent sometimes. So like I could be like the translator and show you how to do a pour over. But I feel like that's his realm. He's like, I mean, I'm learning from him. Why would you want to see me do it? Unless, why not? Why not indeed? So I'm very awesome at doing pour over coffee. This wasn't a pour over though. This was just drip brew, quick and delicious. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you for hanging with me. Please give me feedback. Please join me Thursday, next Tuesday? I don't know. I haven't decided. Okay, let's say for sure next Tuesday, maybe this Thursday. Probably just next Tuesday though. Yeah. So I wish you all the joy of coffee, or the joy of the day, because that's what it's all about. We've got each day, it's like a brand new gift. Let's make the most of it. Let's help each other to make the most of it. That is truly my joy. Helping other people, getting help from other people, connecting with people. I feel like that's why we're here on this earth. That's what it's all about. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day. Bye. Okay, this is the funny part. I'm like a grandma, like, where's the remote control? Where's the rewind button? End live chat.